Have you ever pondered how something as natural and private as masturbation could become dangerous, even deadly, as you grow older? It's a topic many avoid, yet it affects millions of seniors. In silence. Masturbation, once a source of comfort, intimacy, and emotional release, can quietly become a health risk, not because of the act itself, but because of when you choose to do it. We've all been told to listen to our bodies, but as we age, our bodies whisper warnings more softly because I've been often too late. This isn't about shame, it's about timing. Doctors, geriatric specialists, and cardiologists now warn that certain hours of the day can significantly increase the risk of heart attacks, blood pressure, crashes, falls, and even death during solo's sexual activity. Especially after age 60 in this guide, you'll learn the 7 most dangerous times for older adults to masturbate and how to avoid a preventable tragedy. This knowledge could save your life or the life of someone you love. As we age, every system in the body, circulatory, neurological, hormonal, becomes more fragile. The physical act of sexual arousal, climax and recovery requires a sudden surge in blood pressure, heart rate, and hormone release, especially testosterone and dopamine for a younger body. These changes are easily managed for older adults with silent cardiovascular risks, dehydration, or unstable medication schedules. This shift can become a fatal overload, and the time of day when these activities occur, that's when risk either rises or stabilizes, one between 4 a.m. 6 a.m. Sudden cardiac events. This early morning window is the most dangerous time for seniors to engage in any physically stimulating activity, including masturbation during these hours. The body undergoes a natural process called the morning surge, where blood pressure rises rapidly after a night's rest, while this helps prepare the body to wake up. It also creates a vulnerable moment for older adults, for individuals over 60 whose arteries may already be less flexible and whose cardiovascular systems are more fragile. This surge can be risky when paired with sexual arousal and orgasm, which temporarily spike heart rate and blood pressure. The added stress on the heart can trigger cardiac events, such as heart attacks or strokes. At rest, your body is just waking up, your systems are still regulating. Adding intense physical stimulation in that fragile window can be like flipping a switch too fast. Something critical can break. Many seniors mistakenly believe that early morning is a quiet, peaceful time for such personal activity. But physiologically, it's one of the most volatile periods of the day. Tragically, several case reports have confirmed this, including instances where individuals were found unresponsive in their beds or bathrooms following early morning stimulation. Doctors later attributed these outcomes to cardiovascular overload during the morning surge to protect your heart and preserve your health. Avoid this high-risk time frame for any intense activity. Let your body stabilize. First, wait until later in the morning when your systems have fully awakened and adjusted. But here's the startling truth. Even if you avoid this time, there are 6 other unexpected moments throughout the day that can also put your health at serious risk. What could they be? And are you unknowingly exposing yourself to danger? During them, let's find out 2. Right after taking blood pressure medication, syncope, fainting, dizziness, low oxygen to the brain. Many seniors begin their day with a dose of blood pressure medication, often unaware of the timing's hidden danger. These medications are designed to lower blood pressure and ease the strain on the heart, but their peak effect usually occurs within 1 to 2 hours after ingestion. During that peak window, your blood pressure may drop lower than normal, a condition known as hypotension. If you combine that effect with the natural cardiovascular stress of sexual arousal, the result can be a sudden loss of consciousness or extreme dizziness, especially during or immediately following climax. This is known as the double drop effect. Your medication lowers your blood pressure, and masturbation lowers it further through vasodilation and hormonal changes. The brain may not get enough oxygen, leading to fining or disorientation. And because masturbation is often done in private, any fall or blackout might go unnoticed, delaying critical help. In extreme cases, it can even lead to head injuries or strokes. Doctors at the Mayo Clinic have cautioned that seniors must separate their medication routines from their physical stimulation activities. The simple fix allows a gap of at least 2 hours after taking your pills before engaging in anything that may increase heart rate or blood flow. This gives your body time to adjust and reduces the risk of a sudden collapse. But even if you manage your medication timing perfectly, there's another seemingly harmless daily habit that can silently put your life in danger when combined with masturbation. What is it and why does it catch so many seniors off guard? You're about to find out 3 immediately after a hot shower. Immediately after a hot shower or bath. Temperature shock and cardiac overload, or bath, temperature shock and cardiac overload. Many seniors enjoy the comfort of a hot shower or bath, especially in the morning. The warmth soothes. Muscles calms the mind and feels rejuvenating. But what most don't realize is that immediately following a hot shower, the body is already under physical stress. Hot water causes blood vessels to dilate, reducing blood pressure and redistributing blood flow away from the brain. When you add the cardiovascular intensity of masturbation, during this vulnerable time, your body can quickly become overwhelmed. This combination can lead to temperature shock, fainting, heart palpitations, or even an arrhythmia. Seniors often report feeling lightheaded, weak, or suddenly disoriented after a post-shower climax, but few connect the dots in reality. Your body is struggling to cope with 2 demanding processes at once, cooling itself down and managing increased heart activity. What's more alarming is that many seniors perform these routines alone and behind closed doors, meaning that any fall or blackout might not be discovered until much later, the result delayed medical intervention and potentially life-threatening consequences. Doctors advise waiting at least 30 to 45 minutes after showering before engaging in any intimate activity, allowing body temperature and blood flow to return to safe levels. It's a small adjustment that can prevent a big problem still, even if you avoid the hot shower trap. Another dangerous risk might be lurking late at night, a time many believe is peaceful and private, yet it quietly increases the odds of injury. Or worse, why is nighttime such a hidden hazard? And what should you avoid before bed? Keep watching to uncover the surprising truth. 4. Late night 11 p.m. 2 a.m. cognitive impairment coordination. Loss for many older adults. Late night feels like the most private and undisturbed time of the day. The house is quiet, the world is still, and there's a natural urge to unwind. But engaging in masturbation during this window between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. can be unexpectedly risky. As we age, our brain's ability to stay sharp at night significantly declines. Neurologists have found that reaction times, balance, and mental alertness are all impaired during these hours, especially for people over 60. This decline in cognitive function affects everything from decision-making to basic motor coordination after climax when blood pressure drops and relaxation hormones surge. Your already slowed response time makes it harder to notice dizziness or safely stand up. Many seniors fall, trying to reach the bathroom or move to bed after late night stimulation, especially if they're unsteady on their feet or in a dimly lit room. And because others in the household may be asleep, help is often delayed even more. Concerning is that emotional vulnerability is heightened during late hours. Feelings of loneliness or sadness may push some into using self-pleasure as a coping mechanism, making it more compulsive than healing. It's not just about physical safety, it's also about emotional well-being. To reduce risk, prioritize these activities earlier in the day, when your body and mind are more capable of handling stimulation and recovery. And don't ignore what your emotions are trying to tell you at night. But timing isn't the only hidden danger. There's something even more common, something you do every morning that silently makes solo pleasure more dangerous than you ever imagined. What is it, and why should every senior pay attention to it before it's too late? Let's keep going. 5. When dehydrated, edgy before breakfast. Orthostatic hypertension, dizziness, collapse. Most seniors wake up in a mild state of dehydration after hours of sleep without water. The body's fluid balance is low, blood is thicker, and circulation is slower. When you then add the cardiovascular demands of masturbation, elevated heart rate, blood vessel expansion, and hormonal fluctuations, you create the perfect environment for orthostatic hypertension, a sudden drop in blood pressure when standing or changing position. This is one of the most common causes of dizziness, fining and dangerous falls in older adults. Engaging in sexual activity before rehydrating can lead to disorientation, blackouts, and even unconsciousness. The body simply doesn't have enough fluid volume to support both the brain and the muscles. Under increased demand, seniors often report feeling fine one moment and then suddenly dizzy or weak. The next, the frightening part is how fast it can happen, especially when no one else is around to help. The solution is simple but powerful. Drink a full glass of water at least 15 to 20 minutes before any intimate activity, especially in the morning. This gives your body the chance to restore blood flow, support oxygen to the brain, and reduce your chances of collapsing. Keeping a water bottle near your bed or bathroom is a habit that can quietly save your life. But hydration isn't the only invisible factor working against you. There's another threat hidden in your daily routine, something that seems completely harmless but can turn deadly when combined with sexual arousal. What daily habit are we about to expose, and how can you protect yourself before it's too late? Don't miss what comes next. 6. After long periods of sitting or lying down, circulation issues, blood clots, drop in blood pressure. As we grow older, our bodies don't adjust as quickly to movement after being still for too long. Long periods of sitting, watching TV, reading, or lying in bed can cause blood to pull in the lower parts of the body, especially in the legs when you suddenly move from this restful state into physical activity. Like masturbation, your cardiovascular system may not be ready to respond. The shift in posture and sudden increase in heart rate can lead to a sharp drop in blood pressure, lightheadedness, or even fining. This issue becomes more dangerous with age because the blood vessels and heart aren't as flexible or responsive. Seniors are also more prone to blood clots from extended sitting or lying down. Sexual stimulation further elevates heart rate and demands more oxygen and blood flow, creating a perfect storm of physical strain. It may start with a flushed face or slight dizziness, but can quickly progress to a serious fall or blackout. To protect yourself, it's essential to gradually reawaken your circulation before engaging in any solo activity. Take a few minutes to stretch, walk slowly, or move your arms and legs. Let your body ease into motion rather than rushing into physical exertion. But even if your body is fully warmed up and your circulation is flowing, one last hidden danger remains, one that doesn't come from your physical body at all, but from your mind. What happens when you act during emotional vulnerability, and how can that affect not just your safety, but your long-term well-being? The answer might surprise you. Keep watching. 7. During emotional vulnerability, loneliness, sadness, grief, psychological dependence, hormonal disruption. As we age, emotional health becomes just as vital as physical well-being. Feelings of loneliness, loss, or sadness are common, especially for seniors living alone or coping with grief in these moments. Masturbation may become more than just a source of pleasure. It can turn into an emotional escape. While self-pleasure is natural and healthy, when driven by positive emotion, doing it to numb pain or fill a void can create a harmful pattern that slowly chips away at your mental and emotional balance. When driven by emotional distress, the release of dopamine and other pleasure-related chemicals during climax can feel like a brief relief. But afterward, that same chemical drop can leave you feeling more empty, isolated, or even depressed. For some seniors, this cycle becomes addictive. Not in a traditional sense, but in how it temporarily masks deep emotional wounds. Over time, it can lead to withdrawal from real connections, reduced motivation, and deeper emotional fatigue. This doesn't mean you should feel ashamed. It means it's time to listen more closely to your emotional cues. Are you seeking comfort through intimacy or avoiding what your heart is truly asking for companionship? Conversation, healing when your motivation is rooted in pain. Your body often carries the burden through increased stress, hormones, disrupted sleep, and anxiety. The key is awareness. If you notice this pattern, reach out to someone, a friend, a therapist, or a support group. Emotional health thrives in connection, not isolation, now that you've learned the 7 most dangerous times to masturbate as a senior. There's still one final question you must ask yourself. How can you make this personal part of life safer, healthier, and more empowering than ever before? Let's explore the answers that could transform your routine. How to make masturbation safe and healthy after 60. Growing older doesn't mean giving up on intimacy. In fact, for many seniors, masturbation remains a private and comforting way to stay connected to their body emotions and sense of vitality. But after 60, the body changes in ways that require more care, awareness, and preparation. Making self-pleasure safe and healthy isn't about restriction. It's about respecting your body's evolving needs and adjusting your habits to support long-term wellness. Start by choosing the right time of day, mid-morning to early afternoon. Typically between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. is when most seniors are physically and mentally at their strongest. During this period, blood pressure is more stable. The brain is more alert, and your energy levels are naturally higher before engaging in any form of stimulation. Make sure you're well hydrated. A glass of water 15 to 30 minutes beforehand helps regulate circulation and reduces the risk of dizziness or sudden blood pressure drops. Create a safe and comfortable environment. Use proper lighting, ensure the floors are dry and slip resistant, and consider remaining seated or reclined if balance is a concern. Give yourself time to warm up both physically and emotionally. Rushing increases tension and risk. If you're on medications that affect blood pressure or heart rate, avoid intimate activity for at least 2 hours after taking them to reduce the likelihood of fining or heart irregularities. Most importantly, pay attention to your motivation. Are you seeking joy, peace release, or are you trying to numb something deeper? Emotional awareness is just as essential as physical safety. When both are respected, masturbation can continue to be a beautiful, life-affirming part of your journey. Even after 60, final thoughts: protecting your health without giving up intimacy. Aging changes the body, but it doesn't erase your needs, your desires, or your right to experience pleasure. Masturbation, when done with awareness and care, remains a natural and healthy part of life. Even well beyond 60, the key is not to stop, but to adapt. Your body is wiser now. And it's asking you to listen more closely. It's not just about what you do, but when you do it, how you prepare for it, and why you engage in it. Ignoring these subtle cues can lead to real physical and emotional risks, many of which can be prevented with just a few small changes in habit and timing. The 7 time frames we explored are not meant to scare you, but to inform and empower you. Knowing when your body is most vulnerable allows you to avoid unnecessary danger. Adjusting your schedule, hydrating properly, spacing out medications, and paying attention to emotional health aren't restrictions. They're tools for longevity, confidence, and dignity. Intimacy doesn't need to be risky with just a bit more care. It can become safer, more rewarding, and more deeply connected to your overall well-being than ever before. Now that you understand the hidden dangers and the simple solutions, the choice is yours. Will you continue with habits that put your health at risk, or take control with intention, knowledge, and respect for the body that has carried you through decades of life. You deserve both safety and satisfaction, and with the right changes, you can have them both. Starting today, these lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.